The event in question was basically hosted by, it's called Israel Hayom, Hayom. So Israel Hayom had a whole bunch of people get together the last few days in New York City. And a lot of them had some very sharp opinions, not just about the state of Israel in general, but about the people who don't support it. And what are we going to do about those people? So
I'm more concerned with what we're going to do about the fact that Hillary Clinton won't go away. I mean, this is absolutely absurd with her. Like, when you keep losing and you like, what? I don't understand this. Who is listening to her?
The people
who is
in that
listening to her?
The rich and powerful. Oh, ooh. Here's what the queen who never got her crown has to say.
Students, smart, well-educated young people from our own country, from around the world, where were they getting their information? They were getting their information from social media, particularly TikTok. That is where they were learning about what happened on October 7th, what happened in the days, weeks, and months to follow. That's a serious problem. It's a serious problem for democracy, whether it's Israel or the United States, and it's a serious problem for our young people.
I have so many problems with this. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know where to start. The problem isn't what people were learning after October 7th. The problem, you dumb bitch, is that we never taught our people about anything prior to October 7th. You see, that's the problem. And that education system is why we have people turning to things like TikTok, because there's no other avenues for them to get the information. I told you this was going to just get me on a friggin' roll. Like, I just cannot with this bitch.
Well, she's also somebody who always advocates for censorship. Remember, this is also a person who got caught on a hot mic once saying about Julian Assange, and I quote, "Can't we just drone bomb this guy?" Like, that's how flippant a person she is. But remember, she was caught on hot camera too, once saying, "We came, we saw, he died." So
I can't with her. I was not necessarily needing to get into the rage-o-meter this early in the game, but let's continue.
And it was frankly shocking to me how little the students we were encountering, not only in this class we teach, which is a very large class, international relations, about crisis decision-making, but students more generally. And that's why I mentioned the social media piece of it, because when you would try to talk to them to engage in some kind of reasonable discussion, it was very difficult because they did not know history. They had very little context. And what they were being told on social media was not just one-sided, it was pure propaganda. And so when you think about how to tell Israel's story, and it's important, it's not just looking internally, it's looking externally, and particularly looking at young people, because, it's not just the usual suspects. It is a lot of young Jewish Americans who don't know the history. And
why don't we know the history, Hillary? Why?
We have
Why?
to teach
Could it be because our education system has been lies and propaganda all the way through? Could it be that we were dumbed down to not know? I love that somebody who was in a position of power for very many years, whether it was as first lady or as a senator or a secretary of state, I love it when those people who had power for so long complain about a situation that they caused, because what we're seeing now isn't happening based on right now. It's the result of what's been going on since her. It's just the lack of self-awareness is exceptional with this one.
Intentional as well.
Don't understand. Eric, I was talking to Condi Rice, and she said in an interview that I did after the 20-point plan came out, she and I were on CBS, and she said, when people were chanting from the river to the sea, she would ask the students what river, what sea. They didn't know.
And why is that?
Experience.
I say they did know. And this, by the way, what she's referring to, that same interview with Condi Rice, that's the one where Condi was so generously sharing pearls of wisdom with Palestinian parents who live in Palestine as to how to raise their children to be properly submissive to their oppressor. That's the same thing she's referring to, is when Condi Rice was saying the problem is Palestinian parents need to properly educate and teach their children to accept Israel as it is and as a state. Like, really?
Yes, really.
The level of caucasity is massive with this bitch.
It doesn't get much higher than her. It really doesn't.
A lot of the challenge is with younger people. More than 50% of young people in America get their news from social media. So just pause on that for a second. They are seeing short form videos, some of them totally made up, some of them not at all representing what they claim to be showing. And that's where they get their information.
Yeah, because that's where there's better information than the PragerU shit you guys are peddling down everyone's throats.
Just the audacity of her to say, and
All
they're
right, make it go away. Make it go away.
They're made up, right? Yeah. What's made up about the fact that there is at least 500,000 dead Palestinians in the desert? At minimum.
Oh, I actually think we're more like 700 at this point, but
probably.
Yeah.
The disparaging of soldiers and I mean, it's everything. It's everything. Hillary Clinton is one of those people who truly sees herself as not only above reproach, but somebody who is better than everybody else. That's how
she's psychotic narcissist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this is a psychopathic person. This is not a normal person.
I didn't vote. Yeah, I didn't vote for Hillary Clinton and I didn't vote for Donald Trump, but you better believe, and I'll still say this to this day, if I had to choose between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, I'm still taking Donald Trump.
Same.
That's how fucking psychopathic this person is. Everything that you think Trump has done that's bad, this woman would have made him look like a fucking choir boy. We would
already have had boots on the ground in Iran.
Oh, absolutely.
If
Hillary would have passed the Trans-Pacific Partnership.
Yeah, it would be worse. It would be worse, but maybe with a very different facade. The liberals would be more comfortable, though.
Yeah, at least they could go to brunch.
Right.
You know, I mean, cities would be on fire, but at least the nice, comfortable, quiet suburbs and the chic urban cities would be in good shape. It's the entitlement. Again, it's understandable why we have revolutions. It's just it's incredible how tone deaf, absent-minded these people end up becoming. And how they truly think there are people who truly believe that Hillary Clinton is a victim. They think she's a victim.
Of what? Of what? We're a victim. We're all victims of her.
We are.
I feel victimized just having to have watched that.
No, we're lucky that she never got the brass ring. That's all I can say.
And by the way, and for me, that also goes for Kamala, who I just see as Hillary's puppet. So if you're talking about Kamala, or it's the same difference as talking about Hillary in terms of that is not anyone that we ever need in charge of anything, ever.